Okay, so today we're doing series and parallel circuits. So first let's talk about circuit symbols and what those are. So you have to have a wire, and the wire is for the electrons to flow through. You have to have a battery. So this is a battery symbol. It's a long line and a little line, or you can have batteries that are put together in series. And so this is where the voltage is applied, and the electrons move from the long line, which is the positive, the cathode, to the short line, which is the anode, so cathode to anode. Resistance, so this is a place where electrons are used to do work. So this opposes the flow of electrons. So you have just a resistor, which usually you'll put in the circuit, and it either does work or just absorbs heat energy. And then you have light bulbs, and so you can have different kinds of light bulbs. You can have a switch, and a switch can either be open, which means the circuit is disconnected, so it's turned off, or it can be closed, which means the circuit is completely connected, so it's turned on. Then we have things that measure parts of the circuit. We have voltmeters, and they are placed in parallel with whatever you're measuring the voltage on, and this measures the voltage. And then ammeter measures the current in amps, and that's always placed in series. So you'll see that in some of our circuits that we draw. Okay, so those are the circuit symbols. Okay, so then, there we go. All right, so a series circuit has only one pathway for electrons to flow. Okay, and you might see something that has resistors in it. So there's usually a power source, battery, and then you'll have some squiggles, and those are resistors. Or you can have your battery with maybe some light bulbs. Okay. Well, because it's a series circuit, if one resistor or bulb goes out, then they all go out because you've cut off the path for the electrons to flow. Okay, so math is kind of easy for series circuits. Most people like the series the best because they're the easy, they're the baby ones. Your current is constant throughout the circuit, which means if you have multiple resistors in the circuit, I total would be the current on the battery, and that's equal to the current going through any bulb or resistor in the circuit. They're all exactly the same current because they only have one path for the electrons to flow. They all have the same current. The voltage on the battery is equal to the sum of the voltages going through the bulbs, and that's because the electrons are being shared through that one pathway, so they distribute the voltage among them. The resistance is the sum. So you add up the resistances of each bulb or resistor, and that will give you the total resistance, and the total is the total resistance on the battery. Okay? So got a little example down here. So there's a series circuit that I've drawn for you. It has two resistors in series and then a battery. So we usually have some kind of little table, and we usually fill that out, and then we show our work underneath. Okay? So for this one, I have 17 volts on a voltmeter that's connected in parallel to the battery. So I have 17 volts going through the battery. And then my resistors, resistor 1, so this is a 1 for resistor 1, this is 2 for resistor number 2. I have resistor 1 is 5 ohms, and resistor 2 is 10 ohms. Okay, so I would probably start by finding the total resistance. So my R total is going to be 5 ohms plus 10 ohms, which is 15 ohms. So that's the resistance on the battery. Then I can use Ohm's law to find the total current on the battery, okay? So I know that V equals IR, so if I'm looking for I would just divide both sides by R. So then my voltage is 17 volts divided by 15 ohms. Okay, so 17 divided by 15 is 1.13 amps. So that's the current on the battery, 1.13 amps. Well, since it's a series circuit, they will all have the exact same current. So the current for all of them is 1.13. So then I just have to find the voltage. Well, I can use Ohm's law again. So for V, this was for the total current. So for V1 equals I1 times R1. So that's 1.13 times 5. So 5.65 volts. So that would go here. And then for V2, that equals I2 times R2. Sounds like a Star Wars character. So 1.13 times 10, which would be 11.3 volts. Okay, and then you can check it by using the one thing that you didn't use, which was the voltage sum. So you can check, because V total has to equal V1 plus V2. So 5.65 plus 11.3. You get 16.95, which is about 17. So that's how you know your circuit works, if you can use that. Okay, so that's series, and that's a typical series circuit and all the math that goes along with it, okay? So let's talk about parallel circuits. Okay, so for a parallel circuit, you have more than one pathway for electrons to flow. Okay, so this can, they'll look like they have branches. Okay, so like here's a typical one. I'm kind of going to draw this one a little smaller, but you can have one that kind of goes vertically. And so you'd make a box with a resistor on one box, and then you'd have to make a box kind of branching off of that. And so we would say that these two resistors are in parallel. They're on different branches connected to the same battery. Okay, we could do the same thing with light bulbs. Okay, so we can say I can't really draw light bulbs sideways, so this is the best I can do. Doesn't matter. It's like a circle with a squiggly E in it. So we would say that these light bulbs are connected in parallel. They each have their own branch, and they're connected to the same battery. Okay? Okay, so let's talk about math for these. So for math for these, the current is, you're going to calculate the sum of the current. So the charges, they're split up through the branches. So since they're split up, you have to add up their their currents to equal the total current on the battery. The total is according to the battery. The voltage that the battery supplies is equal to the voltage on each individual resistor. Okay, so that means the battery is applied separately to each resistor. The resistance is the reciprocal total, okay, and this is because the total is less than each branch, okay? So 1 over R total is equal to 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. What I like to do instead is I say R total equals, and I put in parentheses, and I do this in the calculator too, 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3 for however many there are, and then I use the reciprocal button on my calculator and say it's to the negative first. So that's what I do personally. It just makes my math a little easier. Okay, so here's another example, and again, we usually use charts, and we'll fill out a chart first. So this one has 3 resistors, and they're in parallel to each other, okay? So I would have a 1, 2, 3 in total for my chart, and I'd have a V, an I, and an R. Okay, so my current, this would be the current that's applied to the battery, because this is in series with the battery. So that would mean my I total is 4.5 amps. Okay, and my resistors, I have my resistor 1 is 3 ohms, resistor 2 is 4 ohms, resistor 3 is 5 ohms. Okay, and so that's all the information that I have. So I think the first thing to do would be to find the total resistance, because if I have all the other resistances, I can find the total. So I would say R total equals, in parentheses, 1 over 3 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 5, and use my reciprocal button. Okay, so I would put in parentheses 1 over 3 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 5, close parentheses, and use my reciprocal button. This x to the negative 1, oops, x to the negative 1 button. That's the button that I use, okay? And so that would give me 1.28. I'm going to cut that off at just one place past the decimal. Let's make that 1.3. So 1.3 ohms. I guess I could put that here. There we go. Okay. So next, I would probably find the total voltage. So my V total equals I total times R total, Ohm's law. So my I is 4.5, my R is 1.3, so about 5.9 volts. Okay, now for a parallel circuit, they will all have the exact same voltage. So if the battery is 5.9, then everything that's in parallel with the battery is also 5.9 volts. So then I just have the currents left over, okay? Well, so if V equals IR, then I equals V over R. So for I1, that's 5.9 over 3. So about 2.0. For I2, that would be 5.9 over 4. So about 1.5. And for I3, that would be 5.9 over 5. about 1.2. Okay. Okay, so we do our little check to make sure that we did this perfectly. So I total would have to equal 2 plus 1.5 plus 1.2. So it's 4.7, which is about 4.5. Okay, so that's close enough. That's correct. If we didn't round anything at all until the very end, we would probably get exactly 4.5. Okay, and that's a parallel circuit. Now, these formulas that I just went over, they are on your formula sheet. Okay, so there's Ohm's law, V equals IR. That we're using that over and over again. And then your this is for the series. V total, that's for the series. R1 plus R2, that's R total, that's for series. And I total equals I1, which equals I2, which that's for series. And then the row below it, V total equals V1, which equals V2, which equals for whatever, however many you have. This is for parallel. And then the reciprocal sum for R total, that's for parallel. And then I total is equal to the sum of the I's. That's also for parallel circuits, okay? So these are for series, these are for parallel, and there's Ohm's law. So it's all on your formula sheet. You don't actually have to memorize them, but you have to memorize which one goes with which type of circuit, and you have to be able to recognize which type of circuit you have, okay? And your homework is pretty straightforward for tonight. Your homework, it's kind of long, but it'll go fast because it's kind of fun. But you have series and parallel circuits homework, and I believe there are 12 circuits on your homework. Yes, there's 12, yeah. So what I would do, I would go through each one first and identify it as series or parallel first, just kind of off to the side. Like for number 1, I would say, oh, this one, it's all in one path, so this is a series circuit, so that you make sure you do the right math, okay? And like look down here at number 3. Number 3, we've got a branch and a branch. Okay, so this one, this is a parallel circuit, so I'm going to use the parallel math, okay? So I would just be careful which one is which. I would identify which type is which for each question on my homework first, and then go back and start doing the math. If you do it on the paper, you should have enough room to show your work without any trouble, okay? Good luck.